That's Beyond Wrestling. This is Denver, Colorado, the man, not the place. Did you know they did a third sleeper cell taping in St. Louis? We have the footage right here to prove it. One of the most highly anticipated tag team matches in Beyond Wrestling history. The Hooligans, who've been holding up the tag division in the Midwest, all the sleeper cells you could possibly imagine, going up against Jordynne Grace and Heidi Lovelace, the makeshift team. Two badass beat-em-up chicks going up against Devin and Mason Cutter. I think Jordynne Grace is going to have to try and use her speed to her advantage, because right now she's getting outmatched in the strength department by Devin Cutter. But just like that, using leverage, grabbed a hold of her opponent on the way down, avoiding contact on the slam, able to send him in the corner, and follows up with the double knees. Up from the second rope, and man, look at the impact on that drop kick. Jordynne Grace ain't playing around. And here comes Heidi, as well as Mason Cutter. Don't let Heidi's appearance fool you. She can go with the best of them. She's been rising in the ranks of independent wrestling pretty much from the time she came on the scene. And it's because she's able to string together combinations of offense like this. Oh man, taking him down with that DDT. As if the kicks weren't bad enough to deal with. And now Jordynne Grace looking to fly. Fearless! These two women are fearless! And I don't know if the Hooligans knew what they were in store for. Taking the Cutters down once again. The brothers helping themselves back up to their feet just to get knocked down with that flying cross body from off the top to the floor. Both Lovelace and Grace are giving up a tremendous amount of size. They're making the most of it with whatever body weight they have. I mean, they could be outmatched. Maybe 100 pounds each. We know the Hooligans aren't afraid to get dirty. We saw Mason going to the eyes and now tagging in Devin. Having to bend the rules to get the advantage. The question is whether or not they will be able to keep it. Now once again pulling away at the nose. Trying to rearrange the facial features. Jordynne Grace. Stopping her in her tracks before she can make the tag. You see Heidi with her arm outstretched. These two ladies trying to prove just how tough they are today here. The St. Louis Sleeper Cell. Trying to fight back up to her feet. Caught him with that forearm. Oh, man. And shut right down with a well-placed jab. The Hooligans are two guys that definitely like a good fight. Oh, holding her in place for that victim kick. And Heidi targets up trash. And Jordynne trying to fire back now with a shot. Even from a vulnerable position, a kick to the back of the head. And just like that, able to connect with a shot to the gut. But Mason one step ahead. And now Devin pulling her position. You're going to see some of that signature offense from the Hooligans. If this is your first time seeing him, yeah. That guy, well over 250 pounds, just did that. And Jordynne Grace still able to kick out. Looked like he squashed her. Moving the hair out of the way, all impact on that chop. Jordynne Grace proving just how tough she is, but how much more could she possibly withstand? Every shot, not only the impact to the face, to the head, but sending her crashing down to the canvas. She's going to be spent. And there's no way that Heidi or Jordynne are going to be able to match the continuity of the Hooligans. I mean, you got tag teams that have tagged for years. But then you get the Cutters. These guys are brothers. They grew up together. The way that they're able to communicate. How could you describe it? I can't. I don't have a brother. I don't have a tag team. Good. I'm glad. Because if not, it looks like I'd be getting punched in the face. That's what's happening right there to Grace. I don't know how she got out of the way, where she's still finding this energy and able to catch herself on the apron. Caught Mason on the top of the head with that kick. Trying to find her footing on that top rope. But Mason following her up there, firing away shots. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Spanish Fly from that position. Instead, a code red! Oh my God! Have you ever seen a man land on his head like that? For such a highly anticipated match, this is certainly living up to the hype so far. Is Grace going to be able to tag out? There we see Devin get tagged in, but here comes Heidi. Again with those educated feet. The shot to the abdomen, now multiple shots to the chest. Oh, caught him off guard with that super kick. And another one. Look at this, throwing her own private super kick party. The Hooligans' faces were invited. Okay, make it a dozen. And still connecting under the jaw. And finally taking him down with that double drop kick. Heidi coming in like a house of fire. Oh, but a handful of hair sends her to the floor. Devin was sizing up Heidi on the floor. Jordynne's going to be looking to powerbomb him? You're going to be kidding me. Instead, it's Devin looking for the powerbomb. Jordynne holding on that top rope. And able to counter with a Hurricane Rana. Both athletes tumbling to the floor. It looked like Devin got the worst of that, but couldn't have been a good landing for Jordynne either. Oh, and just a flying double stomp to a standing opponent. The Cutters are crazy. And another crossbody off the top. Finding the mark. But unlike the start of the match, you can tell that none of these competitors have as much energy as they did. Starting to run on fumes, you gotta think. For a match that's barely 8 minutes old, the punishment that all these competitors have withstood just goes to show you when you're wrestling in front of the other wrestlers, it brings out something a little bit different. You have to dig a little bit deeper. It's not just enough to win the match. You have to impress all of your peers because that can open up opportunities around the country. Oh! It can also lead to a trip to the hospital. Here comes Grace charging in. Caught him with the stunner. A moment of hesitation though, looking to pin her fallen opponent, instead gets caught up. Oh, and she got driven on her head. Want to talk about cosmic doom? And Heidi kicking Devin in the face. We're back to square one. You see Heidi trying to roll to the ropes. She's going to think that she's going to need to use them to pull herself back up to a vertical base. Maybe just instinctively over the ropes where she cannot be pinned. She's got a hold of the ropes, but it looks like Grace might be the first to stir. The Hooligans do not discriminate. Multiple kicks out of Devin to the face of Grace. And Mason trying to build up steam. What the hell does he have in mind? Oh my God! And my mistake, that was Devin that connected with the clothesline. I should know better than that. Grace just found out the hard way, but there's Heidi to make the save. All right, I can barely tell Mason from Devin. You're going to tell me the ref knows who's the legal man? Get the hell out of here. And what the hell does Mason have? I believe that's Mason. Taking a look from the back. Grace saving herself. Maybe saving the ring here at the Dynamo Pro building. Oh, no. Trying to pull him off that top rope. And the assist from Heidi. Oh, God. Just powerbombing him right on his head. Is that going to be enough? And there's Devin to make the save. Heidi just kicked right in the face, sent right out of the ring. And now focusing on Jordynne. They've worked over for the majority of the match. Smart strategy out of the Hooligans. Mason with the kick. The flying ass in the corner. Look at the height on that cannonball. He jumped from the center of the ring, elevated himself 10 feet, and landed right on his opponent's head. Now with that backpack stunner, gotta think he's gonna be looking for the double stomp. And able to connect with it. And that's gonna be it for Grace. Good night, thanks for coming. Great showing, but just not enough. How did she kick out? Both opponents pinning her down to the mat. Her partner nowhere to make the save. And every time that Heidi tries to get back in the ring, she gets cut off. But right there, she was able to knock down Devin, the double knees. Mason coming down on an awkward angle. Jordynne trying to hook the leg. Is that going to be enough? Not enough coverage across the chest. Just a wild, weird match. We knew what we were in store for, I think. I don't know if we realized that the ladies would be as resilient as they are. Again, don't want to sell them short. Now trying to coordinate some tandem offense. This is where they fall short, though. They simply cannot match the experience of the Hooligans. Oh, God. Come on. Looking for the Hurricane Rana on the floor, but... Oh, my God in heaven! How the hell can you possibly prepare for an opponent that's well over 250 pounds that could do the one-man Spanish fly? Did you see the impact on the skull? And the Hooligans are victorious. But that might have been their toughest challenge to date so far in Beyond Wrestling. I gotta say, and they did not come into the match unprepared.